Oh, yes, party people. It's Monday.
Oh,
Rough weekend in the ATL. And we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Y'all see who I got with me there right there. I got young Melvin Pete.
man, you know what?
Uh,
You might be by yourself today, man. I was asleep, man. I ain't seen nothing. Wow.
you see now, well, hey,
What?
one thing
I,
about it.
what? I
One
was asleep.
thing. One thing about it. You saw what went on.
I did.
You saw what went on. Make no mistake about it.
I must have dreamed everything.
Is,
Golly.
is that what you gonna? That's how you gonna sell it? Is that how you gonna sell it?
Oh my God, boy, what you talking about, buddy? Woo!
Well, let me share this real quick.
With the people like the party people,
Hmm.
they ain't got
So
no more
yeah,
prime
yeah,
time.
yeah, 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 yeah. So let's get into it, Melvin Peak.
Let's go.
Saturday,
Oh,
the coronation that was supposed to happen. The uh, number one team in America consistently all year
yes.
against an Alabama football squad that came in. Let's just kind of put it out there what it is. They were limping.
Hmm.
They came in limping. We heard all week about how, oh my God, the Auburn game was a blueprint for how to defend Alabama. Was clearly, in your words, somebody didn't understand assignment, Mel Pete. Somebody didn't understand assignment, Mel Pete.
I know who it is too.
So let's just start here. I'm just kind of go off the notes that I
Uh-huh.
had that I had to put together, and I was just like, yeah. So, woo.
That was brutal. It was brutal.
Let's start here, Pete. Let's start here.
Where you want to start?
Let's start with the defense
Okay.
because the defense was the calling card.
That is. I've said that all week. I mean, I've said that all season. That's
You know?
this. That is Georgia. Georgia calling card is their defense. No mistake about it.
Well, that defense gave up 412 yards in the air.
Hmm.
It also got gashed on the ground. Let's talk about this defense first and foremost, Pete, because the defense, old Bill O'Brien and old Nick Saban, they had a plan.
I know exactly they plan. They did a lot of quick short passes to the outside. They tried to neutralize their defense coming up the field, pinning their ears back. Saban must have made sure he looked at tried to get all their exotic blitz packages because when Georgia did try to bring the pressure when they tried, because they were not trying to bring pressure first. Um, they were able to hold them off. Also, when they went in some zero coverages, which was already scary, messing with these receivers, which I had talked about that before. The keys to maybe how you gonna lose. When they did go to those zeros, Bryce Young was able to use his feet when everybody went one way, cleared out, made a lane for Bryce. Now it was a couple of times we was hanging on Bryce jersey, and he was able to show his athleticism. Is why after this game, to your point, you are absolutely correct. He is probably going to be the number one consensus of the Heisman Trophy.
Oh, hello
But
Heisman, hello
yeah,
Heisman. He won
yeah,
it. He won
yeah,
it.
he won with that performance. So yeah, Nick here again. Nick, Nick, this coaching. We said we got the matching talent, but we got the coach. And I'm talking about that front four for Georgia. To me, and I get to sit down here watching and try to real critical. I might spot check a couple of people. Man, were they moving their feet? I mean, Alabama line were holding them up like not. What's the name? No. I'm like, man, get back there. Swing
Jordan
for your
Davis.
boy.
Jordan Davis was tired. Oh, I
He
saw
looked
Eric.
he looked tired. He
What? Yeah.
looked like
So
yeah.
what? well, he's not used to playing old numbers now. And the smart thing that Alabama did early, they decide, okay, this the package we're gonna play, and we're gonna stay in this. So Georgia can't rotate. So we're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay in this bay. They opened up 4 wide, like you say, quick passes outside.
Outside, them the quick run.
In Georgia, run sideline, and again, when they don't substitute, Georgia can't substitute. So now Jordan Davis, because Jordan Davis used to play 2 plays, then he out.
Yeah.
2 plays, then he out. Then they give a breather, and then but they forced him to stay on the field, and woo! I mean, it's game plan, and this was my thing. Georgia's first drive really, for me, set the tone for the game. Because I was sitting here like, okay, 3 straight passes. This is not the formula for success for these Georgia Bulldogs. And what ended up happening was you had Stetson throwing way too many passes when clearly you don't have the playmakers outside. Outside of Brock Bowers, Brock Bowers played one hell of a game. He is a weapon.
Yeah, 86 tight end.
Tight end 19.
19. Yeah, 19. Yeah, and I mean McConkey, he was also present, but you didn't get enough. He was present. You didn't do enough to keep Alabama off balance. And they would, and the offensive line was getting to your boy Bennett. I didn't even shoot. Well, Bryce is a better runner than Bennett, but we just give Bennett maybe because he's a white boy a little credit about his a little bit his athleticism. But hell, that would pressure him. That was all in his face. He was a trailer, but he was an old dump truck.
But this so I always say this. Where is your elite talent?
Mm-hmm.
If McConkey is the best receiver in Athens, what did that tell you about the playmakers in Athens? Jamison Williams, Michi, those are NFL receivers.
Already.
They NFL receivers. McConkey might get a shot.
He gonna get a shot.
You got
He's gonna get a shot.
You got Pickens over there. McConkey ain't a 5-star. Pickens a 5-star. Jermaine Burton a 5-star. I saw Blaylock was dressed. He didn't play.
Yeah,
but the Georgia playmakers didn't make the same play that the Alabama playmakers made. And here's your problem. We talk about talent, elite. Can your elite talent on the big stage make plays? And Georgia elite talent didn't. They didn't.
Yeah. I tell you this, Maceo. People try to say if you have okay, so this is what I want to. I'm kind of dispelling just a tad bit of the elite players, but I'm gonna get you with elite players. Everybody got talent. But when you have a bunch of people that are no name and they all work in unison, it's almost like the Julio Jones effect. Oh, I'm glad people say, I'm glad we ain't got no number 1 wide receiver because they're gonna try to just force it to him and fit him in there. I'm glad he got a bunch of no-name receivers so everybody can work and everybody can eat. So the theory is trying to say, if you got a lot of no-name players that can do their job just at average or a little bit above, then it can play out the playing field besides having one superstar getting all the target. And all I got to do as a coach, hey, you know what? They keep going to Julio Jones. Let me go ahead and let's take him out the game. And when you take him out the game, then everything neutralized. So I'm thinking that Georgia could have played. They got 86, they got 19, they got McConkey. They who is it? McKinney, 84. They got a couple of people on that offense that can get open and make a difference. But you got to give them. You got to get them in space. You got to give them in plays, and you got to protect your boy Bennett. Bennett got pressure. And then I think you're a little one-dimensional too, like you say. Zeus didn't really get off. Cook didn't really. They ran, but they didn't get off. Yeah. So that means you look one-dimensional.
Erica, we gonna get to Kirby, but that is an issue.
Kirby.
That's an issue because we know the adage: players play, coaches coach. Big time players make big time plays in big time games. This was a big time game.
Yep.
Meacham made big plays till he was injured.
Till he got hurt.
Jameson Williams made big plays all night. He almost went for 2 bills.
Yeah. Yeah. Quarterback kept it. Man, number 9 kept the play alive. Man, a lot of times where George was trying to get out there, like I say, he was draped off his shoulders, and he made some plays with his feet that just demoralize you on defense to get these first down and keep the ball alive. The boy played good. He had a plan. No pressure for Georgia. And then guess what? Part of what I'm talking about is what Eric talking about. I ain't trying to diminish that, because you got to put your players in the best position to make plays. You didn't have enough blitz packages to make this freshman quarterback uncomfortable.
Shout out to Kareem Fanning. He say Alabama had so many connections down the field. He almost had a reception.
Kareem, what's up, Fanning? Glad you joined the show, boy.
But this is my point, P. And this is why I talk about in all these games, which kind of goes back to what I have been saying all season. Like, dog, you look at Tennessee. Tennessee wasn't like that. Look at Kentucky. Kentucky wasn't like that. Just look at Clemson. Upon further review, Clemson wasn't like that.
And we had Florida on the schedule, but they ain't
Florida
like that.
Florida wasn't like that.
But okay, make sure it's like this. Everybody was absolutely correct. What is Georgia gonna do when they behind? But Georgia can only play the schedule that they're dealt. So we're not talking about the schedule, Pete. We're talking about what the point you just finna make, Pete. Everybody got a game plan, and this is how we get into coverage. Adjustments, coaching, right? Coaching,
culture, like. If people don't think Nick Saban told his team all week, hey, we going to Atlanta as the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
No, if you can look at the way Alabama played, no, they were night and day from last week. But this is why I tell everybody, no, this is a week-to-week thing, no. Throw away like everybody kept saying, well, look what they did against Auburn. No, they didn't care about Auburn. They knew they were going to beat Auburn. They didn't show nothing. Bill O'Brien said, hey, we can play vanilla and we can beat Auburn. Now, they got in a dog fight.
Right, you thought that one.
The game plan that they had in place for Georgia, you knew they were going to give Georgia the best shot.
No, you got it. You can't. People that really watch football, and we say it's a lot. People, you got to know you can't look at a matchup, a rivalry game, and then say this is the blueprint to beat. These boys in the same city, went to the same high school. These boys know each other probably from Little League, Pop Warner, and then they just on opposite end of the towns. So you can't use that. And so I didn't look at the Auburn game as the blueprint. I definitely didn't. I'm sure you didn't, and all the people that know that watch.
I threw that out the window.
I threw that one. Only game that I could have just gave some things to were the 2 teams I had named, but they ain't really saying much. Was the Clemson game early in the year, and the Florida game. I felt like maybe Florida had a little speed. Florida have a little speed out there on the ends that could probably test that secondary. Because we already know we're gonna get to the big cream of the crop. The secondary was suspect, and that's why I'm not surprised. I'm not overly surprised. I'm more upset and depressed that you can't beat this man, and you got just 7 times you don't beat you. And if you do get past Michigan, and if you do, and I ain't moving fast to the previews, you got to see this man again. And if you're gonna get it 8 times, you 2 times in 1 year, it's gonna be 8 times. That's what you're gonna do. This is the recipe you want to do, and you know your Achilles heel. And get what, man? Shout out to old Nick Saban. I like the game plan. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Throwing them short passes, them like the high percentage runs.
That was terrible. Man,
I mean, it was high percentage run. You stretching them out, and you putting them cornerbacks. He knew that the secondary was their problem. You know that, Maceo. I knew that. You didn't was like, man, Pete, don't worry about all of that. Maceo, the secondary, the back end for Georgia is not that good, and it was exposed. Number 5, I don't think he's ran out much out of the field in his life. He got hit for that double move from number 1. You seen that little double move?
Well, first of all, hold on, time out.
Okay.
That route was actually terrible. quietly.
Man,
That wasn't a good route. That wasn't a good route.
He put a hezzy on him and 5 bit. He just kept running.
Bro, listen. The route wasn't that good because he
It
didn't hesitate enough, but he knew he could beat him. My thing was like, why you even trying to run that? Just throw that motherfucker out there. He faster than everybody on the field. He showed that on the first touchdown. He faster than everybody on the field.
So, but 5 still, they showed him out. 5 still slowed down, took him off track. But you're right, he could have did a straight line.
They're really the safety fault, though. No, that's safety.
Yeah,
you know what about it now? At that point of the game, Mitchell was out.
He had just got hurt, though. Probably like a previous play before then.
So, Mitchell out. Now, get where the ball going. Guess where the ball going?
Going to 1.
The ball going to 1.
Yep.
Your football sense tell you, not only am I going to shade that way, I'm going to get a little deeper. That's what football sense say. But
no, you're right. But now, this is what you hope as a Georgia fan. This is what you hope from this right here. You hope that, okay, now we got a taste of, we got some medicine. Now we got some medicine. Some people probably say it's good for that medicine. Now this is going to be the ultimate thing. Kirby, what are you going to do now to save it, to make sure he don't do what he did to you in the championship? Because like I believe there's a lot of coaching in that, even though I know you're trying to say peace, it's talent involved. I got the talent, but I just don't think it was just super overmatched. And I think Mitchell gonna be out again. I think Mitchell hurt that knee. Yeah,
but here we go. But this is why I keep going back to coaching and talent. Dog, when Mitchell went out, that didn't change their game plan. That didn't change nothing Alabama did. Alabama just rolled another one out though. Come on. But Georgia got that same level of talent. But this is what I didn't like in this game.
What that?
And this go back to coaching. Dog. On this big stage, and you had everything on the line.
Yeah, you did.
I just didn't like the energy.
I
didn't like Georgia energy.
They were standing still.
I didn't like their energy. When you could have snuffed this team out, dog. Because if you beat them, dog, they out.
They out.
They out. And that's my one job thing I've been saying all year. Dog, one job, dog. Choke their ass out.
Right. You know, to Eric's point about this and about the running the ball. When you don't have a lot of success in the run, it's very easy to abandon the run. It's almost kind of like a little syndrome with your Cowboys. I know I'm throwing a little NFL in there, but I'm just because those are some things that stand out and I can get my point. Y'all need to run the ball with 20 and 21. When y'all don't do that much, y'all put it back in Dak hand or Dak out and he start passing the ball everywhere. That ain't good. I think Georgia tried to run the ball a couple of times. They did try to get them boys some touches with the peel. But they didn't sustain. They didn't keep to it. They didn't stick to it. Man, they said that boy Benson, Stetson Bennett threw a many attempts. He almost had it in the whole season. That's how much he was throwing. So they didn't stick to it. They didn't want to stay true to it because they felt like, well, they were either getting behind or it wasn't cute enough. These 1 yard runs or 2 yard runs ain't cute enough. You want some 30 and 20 yard runs, but that ain't gonna happen. Alabama ain't sorry. So yeah, you got to keep them honest. You got to stick to the run, and I think they maybe didn't do that as much as they probably wanted to. But then, like you say, that's Kirby. Kirby called the play. Now I ain't never told you I want college quarterbacks at this level to really change the play and change the play unless you just a 5-year season. Like King, DeAndre King, I trust King to change the play if the coach let him. But Bennett and Bryce, of course, he's a freshman. He don't change no play. Leave what I call in on the field. So I'm not gonna put too much on that. That's Kirby's fault. Kirby got to run the ball and stay with it. He didn't do it.
I think and listen, Nick Saban even talked about it before the game and after the game. They were concerned about Dalvin Cook.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see. I said Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, little brother. Cook.
Yep.
So they were concerned. They were concerned about Cook. It wasn't enough intentional plays for Cook for me.
Right. Okay. I go with that.
the running game has been the linchpin for Georgia all season. Didn't run it enough for me. Like I say, that opening drive, 3 straight passes, I was like, okay, really? Is that how you gonna start the game? You had this rotation of backs for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got all these backs for a reason, and you gotta pound. Now you gotta pound them guys. And again, Zeus is the horse.
Yeah, 3. Zeus.
This is supposed to be running back you.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah.
And you didn't run it. Listen, I talked to all my Bulldog partners all weekend. Dre Hastings with the comedy, G Hurst with the comedy, Hassan Graham with all the comedy, and all 3 of them were basically like, dog, why aren't we running the football? Which go back to Kirby. Go back to Kirby.
You know, I'm going to throw you a good dynamic, and it's kind of bumping for everybody who was worrying about old Bennett. What you tried to do is so Bennett all year long was what you like to say is the trailer. Just don't lose my game. I like those kind of guys because they get the first down, they don't put the ball in harm's way. But guess what you tried to turn him into? I got your elite quarterback coach. Hey, guess what you tried to turn him into when you made him throw? You tried to turn him into a truck or a 5-star quarterback. He's not a 5-star quarterback.
He's not that.
He's not that. But when you committed to this passing the way you did and did not stick to the run because they wasn't sexy enough or wasn't enough pop and appeal, you got, okay, we're gonna put it in Stetson's hand. He the 5-star. He not the 5-star. So I've been saying that I was going with the hot hand, but I also kept telling you, Maceo, he just game man. He just don't put the ball in harm's way. He do what the coach say, and that's a good. And I like a quarterback like that. But you turned him into something different than what he really is, and it showed up. You should have. You might have see. And here go another one. Last little point. Let you go ahead and say something because they got something in mind. If you were gonna try to turn him into a 5-star, why you didn't put the 5-star out there? That's a Nick Saban move.
We're gonna get into that.
Don't do that. Okay.
Well, we're gonna get into that. Okay. So here go my 3 reasons Georgia lost this game.
Okay.
Number 1, Georgia offense and defense could not convert third downs, and they couldn't stop third downs.
Okay.
Georgia 3 and out. Yep. Alabama, third convert. They kept drives alive.
Kept driving.
Allowed them to score the number of points they scored. You gotta have success on third down. If you don't have success on third down, you're gonna probably lose almost every game. And that was Achilles heel number 1 for Georgia.
Gotcha.
Number 2,
we're taking agree.
Number 2, no pressure on Bryce Young.
No,
Bryce Young was able to, again, 421 yards passing, all these touchdowns, when the week before his ass was sacked 9-10. He was sacked 7 times last week.
Right.
So defensive staff, it's a copycat league everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Why not implement some of the stuff that you saw that Auburn did into this game? Because them little stunts that you were trying to run, they picked all that up.
They picked that shit up. He was ready for that.
So you got to throw that, whatever that was, you need to throw that away. Because when a quarterback can stand back there, a quarterback like that can stand back there all day and pick you apart. And then like you were talking about, man, you and man, everybody C part, he take off. If you got a quarterback spot, he make the quarterback spot miss, and now he in your secondary. He ain't never ran like that all year. Come on, Kirby.
Yeah. He wasn't ready. And it's so sad because Nick, this is why I think Nick got his foot on a lot of his coaches' neck. It seems like you know how you when you're a coach and you're an offensive coordinator or whatever, and your head coach trying to tell you things like, hey, look, I'm teaching you stuff. I'm teaching you as a head coach. I'm teaching my coordinators, right? This is what you do when the offense do this. This is what you do when the defense do this. I know those guys have to have learned something from Nick Saban of how to be a great head coach and how to scheme against another great head coach. Find out where the weakness is on the defense. That's what you attack. You disguise it, but you attack it. And you know when to go to it and when not to go to. Find the other The second thing that you think is a weakness of the defense, attack it, but disguise it. Don't go to it all the time. And that's how you keep them off balance.
Right.
It seemed like these guys don't do that because, like Kirby did, he knew the secondary was a problem. He stretched them out. That was genius. What did you do in that genius moment? You didn't. To me, you didn't do nothing to circumvent that. Like
you didn't make no adjustment. You didn't make no adjustment.
You didn't make no adjustment, Kirby.
What's your adjustment to that? What's your adjustment?
Right. And to me, my adjustment would have been I would have brought my guys up closer, or more like, man, if I wanted to disguise his own, I'd have had a little bit more press on those guys. I would have definitely did that. Now, the reason that could be a downfall in some people, because it's always a give and take. If I'm pressing Michi, woo, that's you better bracket them high and low. So it's got to be key. So I can't get all into the philosophy of it, but you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't have let them keep stretching me out, getting a damn lateral pass, and them getting 10 yards like a run.
Yeah,
that break your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, adjustments, man. And that's what we'll see.
And the third reason that Georgia lost the game, they gave up 9 explosive plays in the second quarter. 24 Alabama scored 24 points in the second quarter. And that was the difference in the game.
That's too many. I don't even know if they ever had that many all season leading up to that game.
They hadn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's like you say, man. I tell you, I did make a statement. I had to try to qualify you because you know how you get me when I make my shocking statements and you hold me to the fire and instead of letting everybody hear me explain. Pete, you said it, Pete. I said.
P, I had to give you a little. I had to give you a little bit of what I get nationally all week. Hey, I get it all week, Pete. So I want you to feel a little bit of it.
I be feeling. I had to be trying to explain myself. I wanted to win this game real bad. It was a bitter taste in every Georgia Bulldog fan mouth to get smacked around in the SEC championship. Yeah. And luckily for us, Georgia people and the Georgia nation, is that you played good all year to survive this ass whooping you took. Because to me it was 41. You ain't gave up 40. You ain't got no 41, and you didn't even score 30. So to take this butt whooping like you did in my backyard. Now we calling it their backyard now. Like you said, Atlanta East. What y'all call it?
Brian Denny East. That's what they call it. Brian Denny East. That's what they call it.
Yeah, man, like, golly. So this their hometown too? Golly, I ain't never seen that before. It's a whole different state. And it's they home. Oh, they home game. Man, to me, that's disrespectful. Georgia Bulldog fans should have been, man. This is what I miss about college football. I miss when people wasn't as friendly with each other. Like back in the day, that's why I love the Miami Hurricane. Man, this game, you should be about to fight. This is a fight game. Everybody got to be postering up at the sidelines.
The rivalry real. The rivalry real.
Exactly. And this is how I thought Georgia should have approached this game. Like, this the last day y'all gonna be bullying us.
Right.
This it. It's over with. And we let them bully us. And so, if we're gonna have a silver lining, it's gonna come after you try to get through Michigan, and that ain't gonna be no easy task, I don't think.
Not at all.
I'm being honest.
Not at all.
And see if you can make it back and see if you can right your wrong and erase these demons. It was tough, man.
So let me ask you this, because this is gonna be the $1 million question for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, you about this quarter? Okay. Let me see.
The quarterback situation.
Yeah.
Stetson Bennett. Hey, Stetson Bennett. You rose Stetson Bennett to a 12-0 record.
Mm-hmm.
JT Daniels is standing on the sideline. He's the 5-star. He's the NFL talent. If you're Kirby Smart, are you sticking with Stetson? Or are you giving JT Daniels the call against Michigan?
All right, before I answer that, Maceo, this is what I got pissed off about. You were doing everything right, leading up to this game by letting JT get in there, keep him warm. You remember I kept telling you that throughout the whole year. I said, Maceo, I like what he's doing. Let Bennett ride the hot hand, but you got to throw JT in there to get him some work. So Stetson know that any time I need to pull the trigger, your feelings are you can go to the portal you want to, you can get on the air app. I don't give a damn. You need JT. They really lost his job because he got hurt. He's still a part of the program. He's still a 5-star. You doing good by not rocking the boat. I appreciate you that. Coming to practice every day, the guys are gathering around. But as a coach, I don't care nothing about your feelings. I got to beat championships and I got to beat Alabama. I'm letting JT go. So the fact that you didn't let JT do a little bit more to me in the beginning of the game. So what I would have did, Maceo, this game right here, I'd have brought out Stetson Bennett like I normally would have done, brought a couple of little plays. Then on probably the next series or so, I might throw JT out there and throw a little package out there to see what my rivalry coach is gonna do when he see me put out JT, and throw a couple of things that JT do well to get everybody off their hinges. Now Bennett know if things don't go well for me, or if I start turning the ball over, or start getting off my rocker, that Bennett may have to come in and say today. But you're trying to check these guys' egos. I think he's gonna start Bennett again because these guys, these men got pride and ego. They make a lot of millions of dollars coaching football, and so they always got the right answer. They're very smart. So he's gonna stick with Bennett. But I think if he want to beat Nick Saban, he better put JT in there. And JT, and if you go with, listen, I'm gonna give you the first series, I'm gonna give JT the second series. This real live. And whatever JT do, whoever the best out of them series, I'm gonna tell the guys, this is what it's gonna be. This is what it's gonna be. No, I'm not making sure. What's his mind? Nah. Look, JT, Bennett is a running quarterback, but JT down the more to throw, and he'll 5-star. I want winners.
Here's the difference between Kirby and Nick.
Okay.
For Nick, it's all about winning. It's just winning.
Right. He don't care about your feelings. Right.
Period. What makes Kirby the one hell of a recruiter, the recruiter that he is he cares. And he's loyal. And this is why I kept trying to tell everybody, listen, now Stetson Bennett is the quarterback. You heard me. I've said it many times. Stetson is the quarterback.
I got you. I hear that.
And even though, listen, I know the sentiment. Hey, but this is the difference between Nick and Kirby.
And Kirby, right.
Nick has built up enough cachet. Nick got enough pelts on the wall. That ain't nobody gonna question what Nick do. When Nick, now as good as Jalen was, Jalen, you ain't good enough this day. I'm going with Tua.
Hey, I'm gonna stick with Tua.
And I'm going. That just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And Kirby just hadn't built up that cachet yet, because Kirby looks at like, so okay, say Kirby made the switch. Kirby made that switch sad and say, hey, JT still couldn't get nothing going. Then it's, well, why you do that? Stetson, See, that's Kirby understand. Kirby is loyal.
Well, if you told your players that you're a loyal guy, and so when you're recruiting these guys and you talking loyalty, then it's hard for you to be like Saban. It's hard for you to pull this trigger when maybe necessary or to shake things up. Maceo, he's gonna have to, okay. I'm gonna let him stick to this loyalty and stick to the way he think he can win football games. But until he do something different, until he get outside and get uncomfortable, because you know how people say that in life, sometimes you got to be uncomfortable for you to have some success. He's gonna have to get uncomfortable. And uncomfortable means I may hurt a young man's pride, but it's the way you do the things. Hey, Stats, you did a great job. Still the starter. I'm giving JT some things. We don't know what's gonna happen down the stretch. All right, cool with that, coach. Boom. We get close to the national championship game. Hey guys, I feel good about where we both quarterbacks at. Bennett, you get the start. JT, you be ready to go in at any time. About winning this ball game, I like both of you young men you bring to the table, and let's get it. But see, if you got this loyalty and you talk to your guys, I'm talking about in the quarterback meeting room, and you got both of them boys one-on-one talking to them, this is what I'm gonna do. And that's what I think you got to do, Maceo. He's gonna have to get uncomfortable, and that means you may have to. Now, some people die with their loyalty. He said, man, if I don't know a big Nick Saban, my word is my bond. And I'm going to stick with the guys I told I'm going to stick with and ride with. And I'm fine with that if you fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, well, Kirby fine.
Now,
I'm telling you.
Let me tell you, Eric, real quick on it. I do like mobile quarterbacks. I like athleticism. So she know I'm a little biased to mobile quarterbacks. I used to love Ronald Cunningham when I was still a Falcons fan. I used to like the Eagles because of Ronald Cunningham. So that's my history, Erica. You're absolutely correct. However, I'm a woman. You ain't got to be Michael Vick, the dynamic quarterback, to win. Like I told Maceo, I like what I call it, the trailers. I like trailers. Trailers just get the third. Trailers convert third downs and they don't turn the ball over. And they get the ball to the people that are better than them for their talent skill set. I love that kind of quarterback. But I want to win. And if JT Daniels give me the best team to win against this Alabama team, then hey, Bennett, you did good. You took us to the show. Come on, Bennett. Come on, JT. This is why you were practicing. This is why I had you practicing with Bennett and getting all the damn reps. Because I knew that they were going to call and I got to pull the trigger. That's all I'm saying, Eric. But go ahead. I'm through ranting.
It's cool. I mean, like I say, Kirby loyal. Kirby loyal. And that's why anybody who would listen, I would tell you that, hey, ain't no quarterback chain coming. Everybody was like, heard. They're going to change. I said, dog, no, dog. The ship is going down with 13 at quarterback.
He did well. That's why Justin Fields went to the portal. Once he stopped doing the play, doing the two quarterback, and then he stuck with what's the name doing the game.
Fromm was his guy.
Yep, and he stuck with Fromm, and then Fields said, "Oh, this is what we're gonna do now. You stop. You will let me play." And I was winning. I was doing just as good as him. And we get to this game.
It's sample size. Stop that sample size. It was just sample size. Stop that. Justin Fields was only playing 6 snaps. Pete, stop that.
Guess what? But
stop that, Pete, stop that.
So tell me what you didn't see. Hold on. So in them 6 little snaps you talking about for the year when he was playing both of them, you didn't see that Justin Fields could be that man and he couldn't see it.
Pete, you done missed everything I said. Loyalty.
Oh, you talking about loyalty.
Jake Fromm was his guy. I wouldn't care if Justin Fields came in and threw 300 in a quarter. That was Jake Fromm job. Period.
Okay, man, I got.
Period.
I'm through. I'm through. I'm with you. I'm through with.
That's all I'm trying to tell you. Shout out to my big brother, my Maury Brown big brother, Ivan Hogan. Ivan Hogan told y'all on the thread when we putting the scores out there that the game wasn't going to be close. And everybody told Ivan Hogan, the receipts are on the post there. Ivan Hogan told y'all that the game wasn't going to be close. Folk going to Ivan Hogan throat. Now Ivan Hogan, he looking for all y'all.
He looking for all y'all.
He looking for all y'all. He told y'all that
Michigan gonna be Ohio.
He told you that the Alabama Georgia game wasn't gonna be close. He while everybody was giving these crazy scores, he said Alabama gonna whoop Georgia. It's in the post. You can go read it.
I seen a lot of people doing their little
y'all were giving out these
I gave
12s and all that stuff there. A lot of people think that Michigan gonna beat Georgia in 2 weeks in Miami.
Listen, I tell you this, that ain't far fetched. That's not far fetched to if they win the game. Here again, just like I wasn't surprised with the secondary again, Alabama torching their secondary up because I know Georgia back in suspect. This ain't gonna be no surprise to me if Michigan got a squad and they got something to say. Michigan actually they want to be number one. They know that.
Ain't it funny how narratives change?
It changed so quick.
Leading up to this game, this was the best defense to ever play college football. And now it's down. Boy, I tell y'all something else, boy. Y'all
the only doubt that we got that everybody
y'all Negroes something else.
Look at what Erica said. The boys weren't ready to play up front, or you had to do more up front and disguise some more pressure to take care of your back end, since you knew you were playing with these outstanding receivers that Alabama and now possibly the Heisman Trophy winner of 2021 season. So you didn't do enough. You thought your front four was just gonna go run through Alabama, and you didn't make no adjustment. You didn't bring no blitzes, and the blitzes you brought wasn't exotic enough, and you just didn't do nothing up front. Go ahead. What she said?
I give my dog Butch Wesley big shout out. So Butch Wesley, y'all, let me tell y'all something. Butch Wesley is one of the funniest people in America. But Wesley basically told everybody. So you know what? You want to know what he called Georgia, Pete?
What he called?
His name for Georgia is Herschel Walker University. He said, and until Georgia got to do anything else, they always gonna be known as Herschel Walker University. So, and again, narratives, like I say, coming into this game, all we talk. Listen, hey,
I talked about it. Defense,
greatest defense ever.
I don't know if I put that right, but I know they had a good defense. They stay stable. But I'm with everybody. I'm with you. I'm with the narrative. The defense was the catapult. This is one of his best defense that he has had.
That's the best defense ever. Don't say no. This
no,
is being dubbed as the best defense to ever play college football.
Well, it's hard to just give that all the way that way. If you're just talking about this season and this season,
being said, Pete. That was
being said. Okay,
that was the national narrative, Pete.
Yeah, because they they secondary right there good. We know that now. It's been exposed.
Erica, you're cursing too much. I done told you about that, E. You're cursing too much, E. Stop cursing.
She said that fool go. He Kirby chain man. My boy is Marlon out here. He ain't said now.
Marlon little PO right now.
Yeah, Marlon was talking about, man.
Marlon a little perturbed, man. Marlon probably lost a lot of juice boxes on this game.
Yeah, he told me.
Marlon was all in and Marlon was fully invested.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. He thought Kirby ready. He said they think Kirby ain't got that dog in him. Erica like me. I need to see it. I got to see some change. I got to see some, like you say, that he got that loyalty, and I probably ain't gonna never see it. See, that's the problem. He ain't like you say. I get it. With Satan has all the accolades to be able to make these decisions that all the people like. Damn, he just sit. What's his name down? Oh, well, guess what? He must know what he's talking about. Yeah, let's go get. See, I don't know if Kirby ain't got it. He can't make a call like that because then they start doubting him. Then he start getting scared. Then he lost.
No, Kirby can make a call. He can make a call now. Kirby Smart ain't getting fired.
Well,
they not fired. Listen, and real quick, all y'all who are that fired Kirby Smart not getting fired. Y'all can stop that. He's not getting fired.
Ain't no sexy coach out there right now that's gonna take over this program. So I understand it.
Kirby is not getting fired. So all of a sudden he went from greatest defense ever to we need to fire Kirby. Y'all stop. See, that's why people don't talk to some of y'all because that's dumb. Stop that. Kirby not getting fired, but this is his best opportunity to win a natty. And this is why I'm telling you, sad Pete, like if Georgia somehow can find a way to win a natty. People ain't gonna care about that SEC championship game that they lost because you got the ultimate prize. You're gonna be salty about it.
You're gonna be salty because
the ultimate thing is to win that gold trophy. The SEC championship trophy, you can go in Buttsmith Hall. It's a few of them in there.
Yeah, I get you. I got you.
You know what ain't know? Since 1980.
Championship. Yeah. I agree that the national championship is a more precious jewel to have. And like you say, you look at them checks that come into the program, you get one of them, your check bigger. So I ain't got no problem with that. But as you can see how all the Georgia fans feel right now and the way we look. And then now let me tell you, do you feel that based on getting this little thumping, do you feel like, okay, I believe they're gonna be all right next go round. I think they're gonna do something different. They're gonna do something better than what they did now after this thumping. What you feeling now? Because my gut telling me, I don't know.
It for me, it just go back to this. Do what you do. Now, you are a run first football team. Stetson Bennett ain't got no business throwing the ball 40 times.
Right.
You got 4 backs who are 4-star, 5-star back. You got 4 5-star offensive linemen up front. Dog, shortening because there were people. But this Michigan Georgia game, dog, this gonna be a slugfest.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
Because Michigan gonna line up and they coming downhill.
Oh, they coming down. Oh, but Haskins need to be in the conversation for this. Even though he might not win.
He ain't in the conversation. He played 2 good games. Stop that, Pete. Stop.
That it? Oh, that's it.
They played 2 games. He played 2 good games. Stop it.
I'm looking.
The boy from Michigan State ain't even going to New York for the Heisman presentation.
Because
they left him off too. You out of here.
He fell off at
So
the end bad.
understand that Michigan, Georgia is going to be a slugfest, dog. It's gonna be a slugfest. So what Kirby them got to do? Kirby them got 2 weeks to just get everybody mindset back right and understand this is the type football team we are. This is what we do. Stop reinventing the wheel, dog. Line up behind Schaefer and all them big old jokers you got up front and run the football down here. Because the thing you know about Michigan, offensively, Michigan ain't doing nothing fancy.
No,
they gonna line up and they run an inside zone, outside zone, and they're gonna do fake zone pass. That's all they doing.
Oh, they're gonna be simple. I watched a couple of Michigan. I did watch the Ohio State game, and yeah, they're pretty basic with their philosophy.
No.
They're pretty basic. They ain't doing all this.
How about I figured out? Hey man, look, this is what we are. Now he done figured out what they are. That's what they do. Period. He ain't got no Kaepernick. He ain't got none of that stuff. He ain't got no Andrew Luck. He ain't got none of that. He got 2 basic ass quarterbacks. He got the running backs, and he got that big ass O line and that big D line. Them ends come out the people, and they snap up the middle. It's gonna be a slugfest.
$1 million question for me: who the better coach, Harbaugh or Kirby Smart?
I think they're the same guy.
You do?
I think they're the same guy.
I give my nod to Harbaugh. I know he got his ups and downs. Why
you get a nod to Harbaugh?
I just like his. I like the experience. His first, I like his pedigree being a quarterback personally. Just having the knowledge of the game. Just his pedigree from that standpoint. But he also coached in the NFL. He got some experience at the pro level. I know these are kids, but I think that's valuable things on your resume as you're working around the football. Yeah. And Kirby, I don't think some of those things that I just mentioned, those little outliers, I just give a slight nod to Harbaugh. That's it. That's it. Nothing major.
I think they're the same guy because they both chasing the same thing.
Yeah.
Both of their programs are these just giant industries. Michigan is a brand. Georgia a brand.
Yep.
Kirby ain't won nothing. Kirby has had more collegiate success than Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Kirby done knocked on the door. This is Harbaugh's first time in these deep waters. Kirby done been out. Kirby been in the deep waters.
Yeah, but but just like you said, he in a hotbed of a. It's just like the recruit. We always say it's talent. Recruiting. He's been blessed to have talented recruits.
Yeah,
and
that's something Kirby better recruiter. Kirby better recruiter. I give you that nod over there to get the talent. But then what talent want to go to the Big Ten? Who want to go there? You got people want to go, but those people, but the athleticism is in the South. And so who wants to go to Michigan? The people in Michigan in that Midwest, whatever area. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll do this. I only brought up coaching because we know that right now we feel like we fundamentally lost with a lot of this Kirby coaching and making adjustments. Now we did sprinkle some talent in there because you gotta have the boys got bad receivers. And them receivers matching up against those Georgia DBs, that's a mismatch. But we all kind of be on the board that Kirby didn't make no adjustments. I'm just thinking if it's gonna be a nod somewhere, I'm trying to see if it's gonna be in the talent. Michigan gonna out talent us, or they're not
Michigan
gonna out talent you. They're not gonna out talent you.
So then I'm thinking if they're gonna out coach us, meaning is Harbaugh gonna know how to do what Saban do to neutralize, that front four, do something to neutralize that front four, so everybody on the post talking about Michigan can beat these boys. All this high, Michigan can beat. Okay, so where's gonna be?
Oh, they can. It's football.
I know. But in what? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what facet. It's going to be the out talent you, or it's going to be the coaching, the schemes, and the philosophy. What is it going to be? The out talent
philosophy. No.
Okay.
Again, okay. It's all the same, Pete.
Yeah.
No. If you look at recruit, Michigan recruit top 5 players every year too.
Okay. So then
we got the same guy. Listen, go look at Michigan. Okay. Close your eyes. Look at Michigan quarterbacks and look at Georgia quarterback.
Come on,
They the same damn guys.
Oh yeah, McNamara look good.
Go play at Michigan because of what Michigan do, and both of them boys from the Georgia. That was Kirby like. They the same damn guys, Pete.
Okay.
Right. Which team? This game gonna come down to which team, which coach can impose their will. Hey, did what we do. Did what we do.
Okay.
Who gonna impose the will the most? Period. They Kirby and Jim. They the same damn guy. Okay. One played in the NFL and one didn't. That's the only difference. One coach in the NFL and one didn't. That's it.
Yeah.
But they the same damn guy. And again, Kirby out recruit everybody. He out recruit Alabama, but he can't beat them. So that don't matter.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I get what. We on the same page.
You make it too hard. I haven't said that shit earlier. Now, football, I said all the time now, football easy. The coaches make it hard, man. Coaches make it hard.
Make it hard.
Try to outsmart, hey, man, I'm going to design this thing right here, man. And, boy, whoa, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. Harbaugh finally realized, you know what, hey, man, I ain't going to try to trick Ohio State this year. Get what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit their ass in the mouth.
He hit him in the mouth.
And see how they respond. Get what he gonna do in 2 weeks in Miami. He gonna line up and tell Kirby, hey, here we come. We running power right here.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Well,
but get what Kirby should do. Hey, I got 5 running backs. I'm gonna line up and I'm gonna run it down your throat.
How about that?
First.
I'm with you on that. They gotta stick to who they be. Hey, 1 or 2. If you run the ball, you get 1 or 2 yards, and it ain't sexy. You can't go away from it. You can't start panicking. That's what he did. Do what you do.
Do what you do.
Because what happens is in the run game, when you stick with it, makes you, even though it ain't sexy in the beginning, everybody's juices are pumped up in the beginning of a game. Oh, my adrenaline on the 10. But over time, all that clashing, over time, by the third, fourth quarter, see what I'm talking about? Now,
I say this all the time, Pete. Offensive linemen would much rather run block than pass block.
Yeah, they want to go forward instead of backward. Nobody want to go backward.
They don't want to catch. Why want to kick step and catch these damn freaks who come out these goddamn ends? I want to put my hands on it. I want to put these 340 pounds. I want to put my hand on his ass and move forward. I want to fall on his ass so he can feel me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be goddamn kick stepping and this mother get all low and dip up under me. I don't want that. I don't want that.
No, you're right. You're right. No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Game got to be warned in the line of scrimmage. So we already know that. We said that a bunch of times. You got to be warned up front. And whoever winning up front pretty much going to be the winners. Yeah.
Enough
good
of
stuff,
that.
man.
Enough
good stuff.
Because we got to talk about the Falcons.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the Falcons.
Yeah, boy. I
on Sunday. Tom Brady, listen, Falcon had opportunities.
Sure did.
I had opportunities. Don't understand that shit with Grunt down there, how you don't put hands on Grunt down there. Trying to play, I don't understand that. So I don't know, Pete. Pete, your thoughts about the game on Sunday, Pete. Talk to me, Pete. Talk to me.
Again, I was excited. I put my jersey on every Sunday, even though they give me a heart attack. And I actually thought maybe it's a chance we could just stick with them because we seem to play them tough a lot of times. But where we stop playing them tough is in the second half of the game. And the most demoralizing overall take from that is that we scored 17 points in the first half, right? We come back out to halftime and we ain't score no points. And I'm just there's just a bit that's just from a high standpoint. We ain't scored no points out the half. We went in there. We went in the half with a very good defensive play. We had a Davidson sighting. Very good to see that young man make a play and be Johnny on the spot. But we get that momentum. We go in the half. I don't know what to do. I don't even know if Arthur Smith know how to corral the team. Is he motivating? I don't know. But we come out the half and pitch down our leg. I mean, we don't score no points. Now, think about that. 17, and that's it. So you don't have no field goal, and you can't get in no kind of range with Matt Ryan and the receivers that were on the field, because that's all we got. And even we had Swiss Army knife, but he was going back in there. But I seen him get taped up several times. I think he's still battling that ankle injury. I don't think he 100. I think he about 90, but his 90 better than a lot of jokers. We ran the ball a little bit, but we could never get it in the end zone or get points off there in the whole second half. Sad. That's coaching again. That's making the adjustments. And to me, motivating the guys when we come out to have, we could beat these guys. Tom Brady has owned us for 9 games. He's owned us for New England, and he's owning us now. We got to break it.
Let me ask you this: 2 guys who played good on Sunday. Marlon Davidson, he had, of course, had PCs, but prior to that, he had a pretty good game. And old Mike Davis ran the football on Sunday.
He did. I got to go out here. Glad you brought that up, because we did run the ball. I did say we ran the ball. But Mike Davis showed a little burst. Gene was on social media. Gene say, Pete, what's going on? It's me that Mike Davis hitting the hole. I said, oh, he hitting the hole. Oh, he hitting the hole. I don't know. I hope he wasn't injured, or maybe he just he got his ear to the ground, and he probably got some pride about himself. He probably see that I'm a full-time running back. I'm looking at my numbers, and I'm gonna keep working hard to step up. And yeah, he guess what? Let me tell you something funny. We had a nice running game, believe it or not, in this loss. Yeah. The running game with him and Patterson, we had a lot of rushing yards. So I got to give you credit for that. I did see a different burst from him, but buddy, oh man, I ain't finna talk about him and say he didn't do good and all this stuff. I'm not saying on it. Drop some passes. Kyle Pitt dropped passes. I'm gonna leave it alone, but he dropped passes. 4 drop passes. Everybody drop passes. But then I don't like these sacks. I mean, I get sometimes
Jalen Mayfield and his offensive line, they bad, dog. They
bad. They let them, man, they get through that. And man, I get it. There's gonna be sometimes they get back there real fast. Maceo, you can't even damn throw the ball away. You're gonna get intentional grounding. I got that.
Right.
But when he do kind of manage to get out the pressure on his ass, and he kind of move and get away to the side somewhere, that means get outside them tight ends or the tackle box. I be thinking he's gonna let it go. I be sitting there, throw it. Just throw it. Don't worry about it. Throw it away. Just don't lose the negative yards. I just don't want the negative yards. That's it. But other than that, I'm going to leave Matt. There was a lot of drop passes. We seem to hit again, even besides the running. I just don't see the identity of our offense besides Swiss Army knife. It's just about overall. I'm not trying to nitpick everybody the route running, because I can do all that, because I be trying to watch them boys run. I'm looking at Pittsburgh get off the line. I'm looking at how he coming off the line intentionally, or is he coming out. I know sometimes you can't go full speed right off the line because you're setting up a route. Some setup routes. You might let a man have to come on across you to clear you out, and then you hyper speed it into where you're supposed to be. But when you folks up on you, and you got to get the DB on his hinges and get him off you, you got to kind of come off that thing. Oh, this motherfucker, no, I ain't going long. And come back to the ball. And so I be wanting to see a little bit more of that from him. But he's a rookie. He's growing. I ain't going to say too much on him. Other than that, who scares us on for the Falcons on offense? Who scares us? If 84 ain't in there, no, not going to Mike had a great game. Who scares us on offense?
I don't know.
Debo? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That drive down at that goal line. Come on, man.
Listen,
man. Run the ball. Please straight down. Run the ball, man. What are you doing? Pass, bad snap, fumble snap, another pass. Come on, dog. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Nah, I don't know, man. Then this is when I think about it. Do it come down to a bad coach team? Is it a bad coach team? Like, is anybody's jobs being threatened? I know you go, man, I talk about this all the time because you funny. He say Pete, they grown. You can't bring them over there and let them stand by you with the clipboard. I be wanting them jokers. When they be making these little mistakes that I see, I be wanting them jokers. Come on, get out the field. Get the third stringer in there. He get in there. I'm like, let the third stringer? Yeah, I'm gonna let third stringer go. And you stand right here.
Coach, Pete, They only dress 47 guys on game day, Pete. Pete, this ain't college, Pete. This pros.
I know you got
on 47 guys dress. Hey, you're too deep. I mean, hell, everybody out there already, Pete. What you want? You want Richard Grant to come play receiver? He can barely play safety.
You know, I laugh at you when you tell me that, and I believe you're 100%, but that be my feeling talking, because I be thinking some of these guys still in these game checks, and some of these guys I need to see
some of them. Hey, Pete.
Is Mike Smith look imposing? Like it's certain coaches you look at.
Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith. Yeah, not Mike. That's old. Yeah, I like Mike too in a way, but he fell off at the end.
Y'all ran Mike Smith out of town too.
Yeah, Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
When I look at him, I just maybe it's me. I'm not in the locker room, and I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just feeling like, do I feel like I want to play for that guy when I listen to him talk on the press conference or just look at his demeanor? You know, because you know my passion is that's probably why some of my feelings about certain things and players and what I like and don't dislike, it comes from the type of person I am. I'm a very passionate guy. You know, I'm kind of rah-rah because I'm already hyper, a little loud. So those people and that type of energy for some reason resonate with me. It resonate with me. Some people quiet, and like Tony Dungy. Yeah. But I play for Tony Dungy, but Tony Dungy don't really move my mind like, man, I'm finna go hurt these folks. He don't give me that to move the mountains. No. And so anyway, I just don't know if we coach real good, man. Arthur Smith's first, he's a rookie head coach. He's never had a head coaching position based on what I've read about his background.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people gonna give him a pass and a nod on this. But this is the first time I've seen us have a new coach, Maceo, in the history of the Atlanta Falcons, where the coaching we start off kind of like we've been starting off, don't look well coached. I mean, you can go back. You can go back to Mike Smith. You can go back to Jerry Glanville. You can go back to even we had got Michael Vick coach Dan Reeves.
Yeah.
You seen something in the beginning,
right?
They like, okay, we got a coach, and I bring go ahead.
Well, let's give Arthur Smith this. This roster has to be retooled. Like, listen,
yeah.
Eric called him the bike rider. GM just got fired here. Bike rider, whatever his name is. What's my man name? The old GM just got fired. With
Dimitrov.
Thomas Dimitrov, listen. When you draft bad, this is what you have. And this is what we see in Atlanta. Terrible. Roster is going to have to be turned over. They head to Carolina on Sunday. How you feeling about Sunday on the road against Carolina? Don't know who be a quarterback for Carolina. It might be PJ Walker.
It might be Cam. I don't know.
I don't know.
I really supposed to be excited about saying, man, we could have almost beat Brady. Probably could have did something better. We could stop Gronk. I would bracket Gronk. I don't know why we did, but I can't even feel that comfortable. Carolina's are, but for some reason they'll end up getting up, playing us and joking on us like they the bullet. It's like when people play the Falcons. I don't know. It seems like it's an extra juice of energy of wanting to be, disrespect us for some reason. And they do it. And I don't know if it's because the name say Atlanta, and Atlanta got a ring to it. So when they come to the dome, hey man, we gotta beat Atlanta. And it got an extra stuff to it that make them feel good. Because they think so be looking like giants when they play. Everybody like giants when they play us. Not the New York Giants, but it's just like giant. We David and Goliath, like that giant. So, I think we should get the win. I think we'll be favored because I think Carolina is just as bad as us. But it might be by some small. It might be by a small margin of victory. I don't feel good. It's gonna be like, I think we're gonna watch the game all the way through the end of the game on the Carolina team. We're gonna have to watch that the whole 60 minutes on Carolina. I'm just telling you. Thank you, Ivan. He always hold the ball too long.
I knew you couldn't wait. I knew you couldn't wait to doggone. I knew you couldn't wait to get there come in on that right now. I knew you couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait because guess what? I'd like to see some other people's perspective that be saying some things like, listen, I get it. Some of that pressure comes so fast you can't even tie your shit. You can't even sneeze, and they be in your jockstrap. But
That's right, E.
sometimes,
I forgot about that, E. My bad. I forgot. Yeah, Joe. They fired Joe Brady. So I
yeah.
don't know what kind of offense. What you call gonna be running?
To me, that's gonna be it should be more in our favor. But it'll look out in turn that they needed that new reprieve, and that coach might see something that the other coach didn't see, and then they just take off on us. See, that's what I'm saying. I just can't feel good on a sorry Carolina team to just say we're gonna go ahead and take care of business and handle it. Because even though we're not a very good football team, Mason, we still in the hunt. Now they ain't saying much, but we still in we still in the little hunt. But
Not
we got to get the right.
you're not mathematically eliminated yet.
That's what I want to. Yeah, I say it like that. I say it just like that. Right, we're not mathematically eliminated. So, yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. You know that boy Debo, man. Debo, man. Listen, tell me something, Maceo. I got two things I want to say.
Yes, sir.
Why do they not move AJ? Is that a question you want? Like, why we don't let AJ travel?
I've asked it 30 times.
Ask it to your media folk and see if you can
I listen.
led better.
I don't ask D-Led. Hell, I don't ask DPs.
Oh, you know. Oh, and what you get a generic answer?
I get a generic answer. They say in this defense, they say AJ job is to cover that side of the field that he's on.
Listen, in that secondary side is, and see, Tom Brady's so smart. See, that's why you gotta like Tom Brady. Tom Brady, like Nick Saban, they assassins. They don't care nothing about none of your feelings. That's how they Tom Brady was picking on them jokers left and right. 22 was his whooping boy, and 32 that safety. I say, man, he would. I just say, man, just pick your poison. Let AJ follow Mike Evans. If you want to follow Godwin, let him follow Godwin. I say Mike Evans.
So you should have been following Godwin because Godwin had damn 15 catches.
No, yeah, Godwin was the man, but I was just saying it from the overall standpoint. It's a number one receiver is Mike Evans. Mike Evans is a dog. But yeah, I would just let AJ is playing lights out ball. It'll probably even make AJ what you done got a better. He might make AJ even better corner if he travel and cover the dog.
I think AJ can play inside. I mean, Clemson would put him inside when he got the pick in that championship game. He was sitting inside.
Yeah. It can't do nothing but make AJ even more outstanding corner. His tools and his tool box will grow greater if he can travel with the number ones. And so that way we know we got that man isolated. And then Gronkowski and Leonard Fournette. Everybody knows when we coming into this game, it's no secret that some reason the Tom Brady played very well with those two guys. It's like his security blankets. It's been talked about. It's been said. They looked at the statistical numbers when Gronk is out, and he don't have Gronk, what their record is, and what it looked like with Gronk. Gronk came in and got 2 tutties. Leonard Fournette got him a tutty, one hand tutty out the backfield. I mean,
on the same play.
Yeah, and so why we had Debo checking, trying to check Grunt instead of having them bracketed well, Debo and the safety high and low him. So Tom Brady can go somewhere else with the ball. Now that means he's gonna pick on AJ if you have him on 13, or he's gonna go to Godwin, and you got to figure it out. But you don't let Gronk and you don't let Leonard Fournette because that make the whole team happy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm okay. Let me, man.
Hey man, relax. Hey man, hey, relax. Say the energy for Sunday. Carolina, the Falcons will be in Carolina on Sunday to take on them freaking Panthers. Like I say, could be PJ Walker, could be Cam. Like I said, they fired Joe Brady. Joe Brady don't care because Joe Brady gonna have a college job in about 2 weeks probably. He gonna be somebody OC. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is, man. Hey man, great show, my brother. Great show.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I hate that, my Nike card still full because I drunk the Kool-Aid on Georgia defense. I say, hell, I'm going with them. 28-24. Georgia ain't gonna give up no kind of points and look what we say.
Well, get what, man. I mean, I didn't count Alabama that they wouldn't score no points. but I didn't think the defense would give up 41. I thought they'd probably give up 20 in the 20s. And if they did pull it off, it'd have been like the opposite 28-24 Alabama. But they just didn't have Saban outcoached them, man. Overall, to me, that's my opinion.
My brother, everybody, man, we thank y'all. Like I say, tough weekend. Then I decided I went and caught the Hawks, and they let me down.
Yeah, they sure did, man. We
lost to the Hornets. They didn't even have Melo or Scary Terry. We still lost. Trey out there shooting ill-advised three, but I mean, hey, that what Trey do.
That what Trey do. He logo shooted shoot. He played when they played the Knicks a couple of weeks ago. He was throwing logos and still lost. I mean, that's what he gonna do. That's who he is. That's who we got to deal with. He been doing that since college. So now I done got over it. Now I done been seeing him just do that. I'm over with it. That's his makeup.
Hey everybody, we love y'all, man. I'm finna go watch this Monday night game. They playing in a blizzard. Ain't no telling what this game gonna end up being.
Yeah, I'm probably watching, seeing how boring. If it get real boring, whatever, then I might have to watch my All American and then my 4400 and so on and such.
All right, y'all. We gone. We love y'all.
We love you, peace.
Ivan Hogan. I got the information coming to you in the morning. Ivan Hogan. Love you, big bro. Love y'all. Erica.
See y'all tomorrow.
Cursing, Erica. You're doing too much cursing, E.
Erica, keep your energy up. I'm gonna watch y'all tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 2:00, me and E going around the NFL, y'all. Y'all be safe. We out.
Peace.